Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer.
I'm Steve Wilkes.
We've done the 15-minute Pale Ale. We've done the 30-minute New England IPA. Now we're going to do a no-boil.
No boil.
Beer. We're going to do no-boil Pale Ale, and I hesitate to call it a New England IPA because of all the flack I got the last time we did a New England IPA.
That's right.
Everybody was like, it can't be a New England IPA if it doesn't have adjuncts, and it can't be a New England IPA if you don't dry hop. So call this whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it delicious. So why don't you pop it open and pour, and I'll tell you what I did. I started off with 5 gallons, or around 19 liters of water. And into that, I put, as it was warming up, 6 pounds, or 2.7 kilograms of light dry malt extract, and brought it up to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, or 71 C. And I held it there for 30 minutes. And during that 30 minutes, I started off by adding 3 ounces, or 85 grams of Cascade hops at 6.3% alpha acid. And that's right at that 30-minute hop stand time period. Then halfway through that, 15 minutes into it, I added 2 more ounces, or 56 grams of Cascade, still holding with the high-gravity electric brewing system at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. So after that 30 minutes, I chilled it down, and I pitched with Imperial A38 juice, yeast, original gravity. Now this is where it gets interesting. Original gravity 1047.
Okay.
So a little lower than I anticipated. Final gravity, that's the ice machine. You may be hearing. Final gravity it was 1018. So not as fermentable. That's the ice machine. In case you final gravity. We'll do it live. Well, the final gravity 1018, so it finished a little higher than I expected. But what that means is we have a tasty, juicy session beer at 3.8% ABV. So no boiling. You don't have to boil extract. You just have to sanitize it, essentially. So brought it up to 160 degrees, held it there, added hops in a couple different places, and
Cheers.
Cheers. It is cloudy.
It is somewhat opaque.
Cloudy. Let's see if it's juicy. It smells good.
Oh, yeah. It's really juicy.
It smells very grapefruity. Now, I didn't dry hop this because I'm a lazy dry hopper.
I can't read your writing. It's just light malt extract. It's just light malt extract, right?
Yes. That's good.
That's really good.
It's plenty bitter.
Yeah.
The carbonation is good. That might help on that end as well. So yeah, 3 ounces of Cascade at the beginning of that 30-minute hop stand. 15 minutes later, 2 more ounces. So 5 ounces of Cascade. I think there's tons of grapefruit in there, a little bit of tropical fruit in there as well. I'm
actually really impressed with the maltiness of the beer, the malt character of the beer. I really like a lot, and that's why I looked back at your notes, because I thought, is there some crystal in here? Is there something else going on? So perhaps the no boil or very lightly boiled really preserves some flavor components that we've been boiling out, for all the recipes I've made over the years. You boil it for an hour.
Well, that could be also. I mean, like I said, the fermentability. finishing it out at 1018.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like
that's pretty high,
and that's why I thought there might have been some crystal when I reviewed.
Yeah. I was surprised, since it was light dry malt extract. I can't remember if it was Brice or I got it from you, but I can't remember what.
Yeah, it's either going to be Brice or Muntins.
Which bag I grabbed, so to speak. So, but super easy and super quick.
Yep.
Boil day or brew day. Only just holding it. The trickiest part is keeping it at that temperature for that amount of time.
Well, I think it's very good, and it's super easy to drink. It is juicy. I mean, with just the one hop, it's not as complex
Right.
as you might shoot for. But gosh, this is a nice beer. I mean, I'd pay $1 for this.
And you really get to know Cascade. I think Cascade is one of the underappreciated hops nowadays because it's been around forever.
Everybody's moved on.
And everybody's like trying all the New Zealand hops and South African hops, and they're all those are delicious as well. But Cascade, it's one of my favorite hops just because it's what you're going to get. It's got a nice bittering quality. This was at 6.3% alpha acid. So even though you're not boiling, you are still extracting bitterness out of it. You're still isomerizing those alpha acids, holding at that temperature for that length of time. So I think I would do this again.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's not a dry, crisp beer. Well, let me take some of that back. The hops are crisp in it, I think. Mm-hmm. So the hop character is really nice. Nothing's out of whack in this beer. It's not too sweet. I mean, it's not. It's not a dry beer. It's not like a Sapporo or something, Mm-hmm. But it doesn't taste under attenuated. It doesn't taste like it's not done.
Yeah, it's not super sweet.
It's not. And the hop balance that you achieved is really nice.
Here comes the dog. We got the ice maker. We got the dog. It's a cavalcade of style.
Well, I saw that gravy train wagon go by out there.
It went straight into the cabinet.
Went straight in the cabinet. I don't know.
That's dating ourselves again.
Sausages. So, well, this is more than just an experiment. I mean, it's a beer to try.
Yeah, it's a legitimate technique.
I think it is, and you're right about this whole 15-minute thing that, at least in my world, you started a long time ago. I can't remember how long ago you started playing with 15 minutes, but it makes so much sense. And on all of at my store, at my extract kits now, as I write recipes and revise recipes, I'm writing them all for 15 minutes.
Wow.
15 or 30, depending on. It really gets down to hop extraction sometimes.
Right.
And trying to balance the cost of the kit. You can't pile up a whole bunch of hops at the end and then charge somebody $1 million. So you want to find a balance there. But I really like this idea of not working that malt too much.
Right.
So there you go.
There you go. Try it. Skeptics, try it.
Get Mikey to try it. He'll try anything.
He won't like it. Hey, Mikey. But if you want to dry hop it, feel free. I don't feel the need to dry hop it. This is a delicious beer as is, but maybe it will make it extra delicious if you are. So here, cheers. Happy brewing, everybody.
Happy brewing.
Come and visit us online. At basicbrewing.com, you can find archive lists of our audio and video podcasts on home brewing. You can also find our DVDs and our brewer's logbook, where you can track and log up to 50 batches of beer. If you're in Fayetteville, Arkansas, stop by Steve's Brew Shop or find him online at stevesbrewshop.com.
You don't have to worry about dough balls, but you do have to worry about sugar balls, I guess you... Which was my nickname in high school. No, wait a minute.